As a Democratic Labour Party, I want to echo the words of the leader of the opposition, that our position is that we support free movement of people, true free movement of people throughout the Caribbean. What has to happen, however, as Comrade Maxine pointed out, is that this has to be well thought out, full analysis, full consultation, and determine if we are truly ready to have a large influx of immigrant workers in Barbados. Prime Minister says we are ready. During the week, I pointed out on several forums, you have a healthcare system that is under significant stress, where you have long wait times in the accident emergency. Every Barbadian, either directly or have a family member, a mother or grandmother or grandfather, who has experienced being in the accident and emergency department for hours on end, and in some cases days. You have a healthcare system that is stretched, where there is aging infrastructure, and you have equipment, critical equipment, that is not available to even the Barbadian people. So we ask the question again, are we really ready? We have, just over a month ago, the forced resignation of the Minister of Housing, where there were so many housing projects that were promised under this government, the Hope project being the first one that comes to mind, where over 10,000 houses were promised, and they barely have grazed a couple of hundred, I believe, and $60 million have been spent. So therefore, there is a housing situation in Barbados for low and middle income persons that this government has been unable to resolve. I ask again, are we truly ready? I do not need to be an expert in labor relations to tell you that, as myself and other candidates of the Democratic Labour Party, and certainly the leader of the opposition, when we move around Barbados and we have the opportunity to speak to constituents, to voters, we are not short of comments where young people, one of the first things they say is that we need employment. Now, the employment numbers at the fourth quarter of 2024 reported by the central bank were below pre-pandemic point, will be just by pre-pandemic rates at 7.7%. And then for the first quarter of 2025, it was reported at 6.3% unemployment rate. Now, this is a good employment rate, but what we want to inform the Barbadian people, that a low employment rate can also exist when there's underemployment and a dearth in terms of skill sets meeting the jobs. You have a situation where the Office of the Government reported 5.4 thousand persons that were underemployed in 2023. And if you extrapolate that to a labor force of just about 123,000 in Barbados, that means that you have 4.4 persons that are underemployed in Barbados. So I repeat, while we can have a good rate of unemployment in Barbados, that can exist with other issues that when you hold up the hood or you look a little deeper, you can see that there are other issues with employment in Barbados. So now you have an influx of migrant workers, you increase the competition that is available for jobs in Barbados, and I ask the question again, are we truly ready? It would be remiss of me if I did not echo the comments of the Minister of Home Affairs when questioned about this at his own branch meeting, and was able to say so glibly to university graduates, oh, you can just go and get a job in St. Vincent and Dominica. That's not what free movement of people around the Caribbean is all about. We here in Barbados expect that a government would have policies that are able to give university graduates the option if they want to work in Barbados or if they want to emigrate to other Caribbean countries. It should not be that Plan B has now become Plan A. I ask again, are we truly ready?